174. A medication is injected into the bloodstream where it is quickly metabolized. The percent concentration P of the medication after T minutes in the bloodstream is modeled by, we are given P of T, which is 2.5 T, everything divided by T squared plus 1. Okay. They're asking us to find in part A P prime of 0.5, P prime of 1, P prime of 5, and P prime of 30. And then they're asking us to determine the same thing for the second derivative. So first let's find those derivatives, and we will create a table and plug them in. So first of all, P prime of T. You already know that I'm going to keep 2.5 outside. It bothers me if it's inside. I don't want to mess with that number. T prime is 1, T squared plus 1 minus T multiplied by the denominator prime, which is 2T, and the denominator gets squared. Are we okay with this? Do we remember this rule, the quotient rule? So I differentiate T, which is 1, and I multiply by the denominator. I have to write minus, I have to copy T, but now I have to differentiate the denominator and I get 2T. Yes, I will have to simplify as much as possible. So I have 2.5, 2.5. I have negative 2T squared plus T squared is negative T squared plus 1. Over T squared plus 1 squared. And yes, I will factor out negative from the top. Negative 2.5 T squared minus 1 over T squared plus 1 squared. Okay, now I will find the second derivative. Again, keep 2.5 outside. It's getting messier and messier, of course. The numerator is 2T, the numerator prime is 2T, times T squared plus 1 squared minus. I copy the numerator, but now careful because I have to differentiate the denominator. I bring down 2. I subtract 1 from the power, so I get 1, but then I have to multiply by the inner function prime, which is 2T, over the denominator to the 4th power, because I have to square it. Do not try to simplify, not before you factor. Do not multiply. There will be a tragedy. I'm kidding. It will be messy if you do not factor. The negative 2.5 will stay outside, but I see these two terms. Sorry about that. Let me turn it off. We see that 2T is a common factor. We also see that T squared plus 1 is a common factor. And now let's see what is left. Two is out, T is out. From these two, I took out, so one of them is still left inside, minus. 2T is out, T squared plus 1 is out. What is left is a 2 times this. So negative 2T squared and plus 2. Any questions so far? We've been doing this all day. So we simplify. And let's see what is left. This is negative 5, T, negative T squared plus 3, close the parenthesis, and then we have T squared plus 1 to the 3rd power. I would factor out again negative 1 and get 5T, T squared minus 3 over T squared plus 1 to the 3rd power. And now I have T. I have P prime of T and P double prime of T. First derivative, second derivative. And they were asking us for 0.5, 1, I think, 5, and 30. Here's the calculator, here it is. So I'm going to put in both functions. Where's my first derivative? Right here. Careful, negative 2.5 can stay outside, but you have to put parentheses around t squared plus 1. Careful with that. In y equals, clear if you have whatever. Negative 2.5, left parenthesis, x squared, we don't have t, minus 1, close, divide in parentheses by x squared plus 1, close the parenthesis, and put power 2. The second function, I'm going to enter this one, but you can leave it without parentheses because there's only one factor in the denominator, so it's possible. But I would recommend keeping in mind that rational functions should have parentheses in general around the numerator and the denominator. I'm going to put it 5x parentheses x squared minus 3, close the parenthesis, close the outer, and then I divide by, in parentheses, I didn't mean that, what did I do? Okay, close the parenthesis. I just wanted a parenthesis, so I have 5x and x squared minus 3, that's fine. Divided by, in parentheses, I have x squared plus 1, close, and put power 3. And now I go to second and table, and I will put in all these numbers and get everything at once. 0.5, 1, 5, and 30. So the first function with 0.5 is 1.2, and then with 1 is 0, and then with 5 is negative 0.089, and then negative 0.003. And the second derivative is negative 3.52, negative 1.25, 0.0313, and almost 0. Or, let me put it, 0.418. Any questions? Any questions?